Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. It won't be much of a challenge, I'll tell you that. From 1989 Ron Pontalba white rum. It's a 1989 introduction. All right, this is made by Sazerac. It says on the bottle that Buffalo Trace. It says bottled in Frankfort, Kentucky by Sazerac, but they own Buffalo Trace, so that's where it's done. That's their facility there. I bought that at Kevin's on Louisiana Highway 49, southbound in Kenner, Louisiana. This is Caliber Caribbean Silver Rum, introduced in 2004, bottled in Louisville, Kentucky by IWA Distilling Company Limited, but it's really Sazerac, also for Walmart stores. It doesn't say imported. Oh yeah, imported. There it is. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. These are both imported from the Caribbean. So they're not from the U.S. Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, somewhere else. Don't know where. Both white or silver rums. This is sold at other liquor stores, though, okay, Caliber. So it is, when I checked the trademark information, it said owned by Walmart. But they have a strange name for Walmart, like they use a different company for their trademark registration. I'll look it up real fast. I might have a... Oh, forgot the glasses. Hold on, right. Now, I may have to take a phone call during this, so I'll just mute it. If I have to, if I do, I'm sorry. I don't know when the lady's calling me back. Let's see, Caliber. Here we go. Caliber, liquor and schnapps and spirits. First use anywhere in commerce, October 12th, 2004. It's the party that owns this trademark is called Walmart Apollo LLC. I knew it was some odd name, Walmart Apollo. Isn't that strange? And they have different brands: White Stag sports clothing, Puritan menswear, Faded Glory. You've seen those blue jeans. Herman Survivors boots and shoes. The Walmart logo. Filed in 1984, but I bet it's going to show something different. Equate, remember the old Equate brand? Also, it looks like old Western sign. 1962, yeah. I thought that was an older looking sign. But anyway, you get the picture. So it would be nice. It would be rude to take a call during this broadcast, says Kevin Johnson. It would be, but it's very important. I have to take the call. I'm sorry. And I don't know when I'm going to get the call, so I can't say, well, I'll just wait till after, because it could happen now or for 5 hours from now. So there's not much I can do. I could just say I'm not doing a video. But see, we can work around these things if you're patient. I think most viewers are. My time is extremely valuable, he says. Well, you know what's good about that? You can watch the replay because it's going to be recorded, and then you can watch. You don't have to watch it live. So I poured a little bit too much of one, but look, the Caliber is so unusual. It's like that Clubhouse blended whiskey. It's so unusual. You're never going to mix them up. You're never going to mistake one for the other. They're the same color, meaning they have no color. They're clear. But the Caliber is so unusual. Just kidding, buddy. Cheers to you, my friend, and happy holidays. Cheers to you. And Jorn says, you have sun over there while we have windy storm over here in Belgium. Oh, in Bergen. Cheers, Ron. Well, we have a storm just west of us. And I thought it was coming here. My friend David was doing a beer review with me, and then he said, I'm leaving. I wanted him to do the Peroni Nastro Zero. He's like, we'll do it another time. I'm leaving. I see the storm. He's looking at the radar. But instead of the storm coming like this, it's really doing like that. Like we're here where my finger is, and the storm is doing that, and it's just all moving like in that kind of like feeding. It's feeding it that way. It's not hitting here. It's been an hour since he left, so I thought he was a little hasty, but that's all right. We can do the Peroni next time, but I did want to. It's kind of looking forward to doing it. All right, so this one is obviously the Ram Pontalba. I don't even remember which one was which, but by the aroma, it's got the sharp wood, the peppery note, wood barrels, maybe a little charcoal. In other words, it smells just like your major brands that I've had, your Captain Morgan White, your Bacardi Superior. Okay, I don't think there's much difference between those, except in one important area: price point. This is $6.99 for a whole liter. Captain Morgan is $10.99 if you catch it on sale, which is easy to do, I'll admit. $10.99 for a 750 milliliter bottle. And the Bacardi Superior around here, may be different in your state, around here it runs you about $12 to $15. But you're getting the same experience. Ram Pontalba, Bacardi Superior, Captain Morgan. That's my experience, is that you're going to get the same experience. All right. Okay, now this caliber is so strange. It's so sugary sweet. It smells, how can I describe it? Oh, and it's very inexpensive. Remember I said the Ram Pontalba was $6.99 for the liter? The caliber is $9.96 for the whole 1,750 milliliters. So you can buy this for $9.96 and get an extra 750 milliliters. Isn't that one of the best liquor values in the world? It is. I mean, assuming that it's drinkable, which it is. Whoops. Yeah. So if we convert it, it's $5.69 for a liter. So $5.69 for caliber per 1,000 milliliters. $6.99 for the Ram Pontalba. But they're so divergent in their aromas. This smells like candy sugar, rock candy. It's almost like a strawberry in it, like a strawberry syrup. Isn't that strange? It's an intense aroma, and I don't know how it's made. How can it be like this? So if you're used to drinking white rum and you try this, it'll just blow your mind, man. But there's nothing bad, in my opinion. There's nothing bad about it. It is so unusual. It kind of reminds me of strawberry shortcake. That's how strange. So in flavor, standard, wood, charcoal, little pepperiness, not so much in the flavor. Sweet, but not so sweet. Light molasses, light sugar products. Very mild and mellow and easygoing. They're both 80 proof. I think this would work so well in any rum cocktails. I just think it would. Or rum food recipes would be perfect. It would be an excellent, cheap substitute for the two big brand, those two big brands I named. I don't think too many people could tell the difference in a blind taste test. I don't know. I'd have to do the experiment. Now this caliber, I don't know how this would work in a cocktail and a recipe because it's so strange. People might say, what did you put in there? They may not say it's bad. They just say, what did you put in the recipe? It's so peculiar. It's so unusual. So it might throw things off. Yeah. Wow. The flavor. You get the alcohol. You get the wood. Now, the wood is there in the background, the charred oak, but it's not very heavily charred. And they might have used white oak barrels. I don't know. And they might charcoal filter it. This, I don't know. But golly. It literally tastes like strawberry shortcake, like the cake, which is what, like a shortcake, whatever that is. The strawberry filling, which you know is loaded with sugar and strawberries. And then the whipped cream. I mean, real whip. I'm not talking about Cool Whip. I'm talking about actual dairy whipped cream. It tastes like that. It is so, so very strange. But very good. I never expected to buy a rum for $9.96 for a huge bottle and have it taste like what I just described. It's remarkable in that sense. Now, is this some kind of world-class product that's going to be consumed at all the best rum facilities, or whatever you call it, rum parties, where people taste rum? Is it going to be in your rum diary? Well, I don't know about all that, but it's so much fun to drink, and there's a lot to be said for enjoyment, fun, having a good time, and this really is a good time drink. Don't know how you'd feel about it, but golly, and I was going to say this earlier, there's an underlying smoky quality. Smoke. Where would the smoke come from? I don't know. But there's a smoky, like some smoked, almost like the liquid smoke, but some smoked products, food or grain or something. Isn't that I don't even have words. Isn't that crazy? You know, odd, different. Everything doesn't have to be the same. Okay, strawberry shortcake. So, and that smoke. Oh, so does every liquor you try have to be like the others? No, it doesn't. Is there a place for the oddities? Yeah, I think there's a place for the oddities, especially when you're only paying $9.96 for the huge bottle. Why not? Heck, let it be odd. Let it be odd. If it doesn't rain, and it might not, I'm going to go cut the grass. I'll be so glad. It's kind of scraggly looking. It's not really high, but in the winter, you know how it does. Like weeds will grow, but the grass doesn't so much. Then you get the rye grass, the winter grass. So it would be easy to cut. Easy to mow. And then the Pontalba, the rum Pontalba, named after Michaela de Almonaster, Baroness de Pontalba of the Spanish grandees, and married into French aristocracy. Famous real estate tycoon from Louisiana. Yeah, it really holds its own. Yeah, nice stuff. Nice stuff. Did a good job, Sazerac, on both of these. Good standard product. Get what you expect. If you're used to silver white rums like I am now after doing all these challenges, I'm very used to it. This is going to work like a charm. And if you like to step out into the wild side, to the aberrant world, this is going to work. It's strange, but it's good. And when the going gets weird, the weird go pro. And this is weird. Whoever expects to drink a rum that tastes like strawberry shortcake, I would never expect it. But I was so pleasantly surprised with it, because when I bought the caliber, I was thinking, oh, golly, this could be some kind of nightmare. But it has turned out to be a pleasant dream. But it isn't a dream. It's a reality. It's a true story. So I would recommend it. Now, of course, I would like a glass bottle. But listen to that wind. There's your cold front. But for $9.96, you got to compromise, I guess. All right. So no one called. Hopefully she'll call the second I get off of this, and that'll be convenient. So that's the taste challenge. Do I plan to do another one this week? In fact, I plan to do 2 more. Thursday morning, I plan to do the very strange, but I'm starting to get a taste for it, just a little bit. The very strange Clubhouse blended whiskey. Yes. Versus, can't think of it. Hold on a minute. Hey, Ron. Hey, drunken one. Thanks for watching my rum. Taste challenge. Hold on. Let me see what's the next thing coming up. Oh, yes, I forgot. Triple Crown. Now, Triple Crown is a very interesting whiskey. It's expensive. $21.99 for a regular size bottle. And it's blended. It's 80-20 blend. You say, why would you pay that much for it? I wouldn't. I got a deep discount. I got a half size bottle for $3.99. That was perfect. But golly, that Triple Crown you get on their website, I said, I never heard of something so overplayed. They talk about, we use the best bourbon in the world. They say that on their website. They don't say like a really good bourbon. The best in the world. Because it's fine grain. And all of this, what they say. I say, well, it does taste very nice, but the best in the world in their blend, I don't know. That's kind of pushing the envelope. But for $3.99, I'm not complaining. For a half-size bottle. Thumbs down. I hear rain. There goes grass cutting. I don't cut wet grass. I'm not doing that. Triple Crown is a cheater, though. They add oak extract. You say oak extract. Oh, boy. Yeah, right? Oh, well, heck. There's a lot of flim-flam in the whiskey world. Rum, brandy, gin. It's all flim-flam. Don't even mention the beer world. There's a lot of flim-flam there. But anyway, it's fun. Anyway, heck. People do take it too seriously, like it's some kind of great movement, you know. Oh, I'm drinking this stuff. Look at me. And I say, oh, that's great. Anyway, my friend David came over, and then I had to go check on something, so we went to another town, and then he said, while we're here, can we go look at this store? They have the meat. I want to buy the meat. I said, okay. It was down the roads on the highway, Louisiana Highway 53. It's a very interesting grocery store because it's a grocery store and a liquor store and a meat market and a hardware store all in one. Hardware store. So he bought some ground meat and he was very excited to go home and cook it. But then we did a surprise video. You know, one of those blind taste tests. We did Corona Extra. Well, I knew what it was. I bought it. I said, try to guess what it is. But he couldn't guess. He was saying, it's good. I like it. I like it. It's an A. He gave it an A. I gave it an A too, 93 out of 100. He said, yeah, I kind of like it, you know. He really liked it. Give it an A. He really liked it. But all I told him was yeah, he had one clue, and he said, is it from America? I said, no, it's not from the United States. Okay, so he says an import. So he's thinking, you know. He's thinking. And he was nailing it down. He said, is this Carta Blanca? I said, nah, but I knew he was close then. I said, he's close. He said, where's it from? Well, I said, well, I'll give you more clues, but then, you know, you just couldn't guess it on its own. I said, it's from Mexico. Oh, yeah. I said, 4.6% alcohol. He's thinking. 18 IBUs, international bitterness units. He's thinking, Boy, he was thinking on that beer. And then finally he says, is it Corona? I said, right, it's Corona Extra. He said, I never had Corona Extra. And I showed him the bottle. Oh, yeah, I had that. A lot of people don't realize it's called Corona Extra. This thing is called Corona. He said, you know what was throwing me off? I said, what? He said, all the time I drank it, going out with people and all, they always put the lime in it. He said, I never had it with lime. That kind of threw me off. I didn't know what I was tasting, but it was no skunk or anything off. And he said, yeah, it's really good. He said, and he made a very important point in the video. I wish he could have stayed for the Prony Nastro Zero, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. It's starting to rain, kind of heavy now. But he says, he said, it's interesting when you score the beer and you don't know what it is. I said, right. A lot of people, if they saw the label Corona Extra right off the bat, they'd start hating on it. And he might have been one of those people. He would admit it. But he said, yeah, it's interesting how you could review a beer and you don't know what it is, and your whole perception is different. You know what I mean? So I love doing those blind taste tests. And then I said, I'm going to show you a bottle of whiskey I bought. You're going to judge me. You're going to judge me. Say I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Oh, he said, I'm not going to say you're a fool. So I showed him. I said, look, I got Johnny Walker Red Label. He said, you're pranking me. I said, I know. That's just a regular old whiskey. He said, yeah. And then I said, yeah, but then I paused. But and then I reached back behind and I pulled out this big, tall white box. He said, I think I know what that is. He said, is that what I think it is? That's what he said. Is that what I think it is? So I pulled the thing out, the white label, the white protection. You know, it's like a white paper protector. He said, oh, man. Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, man. He said, oh, man. I said, I did it. I did it. I said, I'm only gonna live once. I'm not going to run out and buy stuff like this every week. Oh, he was impressed. He was like, oh, man. I was like, mind blowing. I said, I don't know when I'm going to try it, though. I got to get through all these other scotch. John Barr, Johnny Walker Red. But I'm not going to wait too long. I'm not going to wait too long to do the blue. It's like, you know, it's like in the beer world, it's like the West Flaterian 12, the world's greatest beer ever, you know. And you got a lot of haters on that. They're like, ain't that great from what I heard. It's like, you had it? Well, no. It's like, oh, yeah, well, I have. It was $14 a bottle. Is that a good value? Is any beer worth $14 a bottle? You know it's not a good value. It's a ripoff. But I got it. And I paid $85 for the 6-pack. And I got 2 glasses. I gave one to Paul. I kept one. That's my benchmark. People always ask me, what's the best beer? I said, easily West Flaterian 12. I know it's flavored with sugar. It's a flavored beer. I know, blah, 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 murmur, murmur, murmur. But it's great. It's world class. It's not 100. It's way above 100, you know, like 103, 104. It's like you got a fever. You about to die. You about to die. That's how good West Flaterian 12 is. You got a fever. You about to die. And from what I hear, could be all hype. Might be. Probably is mostly that. Some of that. Johnny Walker Blue. And you get on their website, they talk about this is the pinnacle of the greatest pinnacle of awesomeness of everything. And then you read about it, and then they say, oh, but yet we have way more expensive ones, which are the pinnacle of the pinnacle. I'm like, oh, okay, you got me. This is $229.99. That's what I paid. $229.99. Ain't no whiskey in the world worth $229.99 per bottle. But I understand where they're going with that. Like I said, you only live twice. So, I went to a Sazerac house last month in New Orleans, Louisiana, and they had a bottle of blended Scotch whiskey called The Last Drop, and it was a 50-year age. The youngest whiskey was 50 years old, and they had it for only $5,000. Now, wouldn't you like to get a deal like that? Buy a bottle, an unopened bottle of The Last Drop, 1969 bottling, for only $5,000. $5,000 or best offer. I'm sure if you made a good offer, it would bite. I'm like, I don't think so. But that's all just, they ain't going to sell it. They just got it in the case because they're saying we're Sazerac. That's what we about. When you go to their cocktail museum and you see that, that's what they're saying. We got the last drop 50-year-old for $5,000. That's how we roll. And it is how they roll. And then you can go to the convenience store and get Crystal Palace gin from Sazerac for $4.99 a bottle. And then wrap yourself up in a blanket, lay on the floor, and sip on that. So they kind of roll two different ways, like the gutter and the galaxy. The gutter and the galaxy. All right, thanks for watching this video production. It's time to eat some greens with some pork, and other items. Thanks for watching this video production. See you Thursday morning. Oh, what am I saying? Excuse me. Thank you very much. See you for Wild Card Wednesday. I bet Drunken One better join that. Wild Card Wednesday. Bring any beer. Bye, darling.